Hi everyone, I'm Tracy, your host for Chandler's Channel, and today's session is our weekly reading for July 29th to August 4th. We wrap up July and go into August. So if that's what you're here for, please stay tuned. I'll go get Whitehawk shortly, but I always like to touch back on the previous weekly reading, and in that Whitehawk said that it would not be a boring week, and for my end of things, it certainly was not boring. I had a lot of fun, and it was a bit of go, go, go. So in there I had to find some time for a reprieve or some respite, so don't forget that. That's very important. No matter if it's summer and there's a lot of daylight around us, you need to take time to rest for yourself. Or as we say, empty that sponge, your brain, your body. Don't let it get too overstimulated or overwhelmed. You gotta rest to empty that sponge. He also said that we would come upon our new role in the new world. And so, how did that go for you? You go, yes, that's it, that's my new role? Or were you like, well, no, that could be my new role. Well, this could also be my new role. Because I was kind of like there too, going, well, if this is for me as well, I already know I'm in my new role, which is this, right? Channeling support and guidance to the world from Whitehawk. And then I thought, well, where else could my role be? And I thought, well, I did my topic of the week on concussions, which of course I have lots of experience with, but I won't have any more. Remember, I got to do positive thoughts, no concussions. So I thought, well, maybe that's it, but we'll see. Maybe there's more to it this week, and maybe we're going to grow more into our role this upcoming week and upcoming months. I don't know. I'll check in with Whitehawk on that. So I hope you did have a good week. So let's go in and let's go get the big guy, Whitehawk, and let's see what he has to say for this last few days of July. Indeed, he says. Bye bye July. He says. It was a tough month, n'est-ce pas? Meaning, was it not? Most people are like, yeah, and there's some people shaking their head. So happy it's gone, it was just such a tough month. He says yes. And there was good reason for that, my little ones. Simply because goodness comes out of suffering. And we're like, no, don't tell us that. We don't want to know that. No. He says it does. Growth comes from suffering. He says lots of growth comes from suffering. It does not mean that you have to suffer all the time to grow, n'est-ce pas? But suffering does provide growth for many and all. And so I will leave you to ponder that end of it, he says. And now, let's enter into the realm of our new week ahead. Although the new week ahead still has its challenges, insecurities, the week ahead will provide insight, if not intuition, to indeed your upcoming role, new role in the new world. So everyone's kind of pondering that. Yes, he says, do indeed ponder that. For more light will be shed as to indeed your new role in the new world. A lot of people are relieved to hear that, because they kind of felt that last week they didn't really see their new role. And some people are calm hearing this, for they already know their new role and are happy to know that they will be walking the line of their new role. And when I look, so we're kind of like at a forest's edge. There's deciduous trees, more deciduous trees, and then there's the grass line, and then there's the beach. And then I see somebody in a boat, and they're paddling in. And I hear the song, Michael, row your boat ashore, hallelujah, which often kind of makes me think of a previous reading we had when Jesus arrived, right? And Whitehawk says, yes, indeed, he has chosen to join us here today, so welcome him. So everyone, as we sit and listen on the shore, Jesus once again steps out of the boat and pulls the boat ashore, as he does, just an aluminum fishing boat, tackle boat. And he comes, and he has his white robe on, and there's a sash, and I want to say the sash is burlap or brown, and then the rope around, you got the white robe, the burlap sash, and then he's got like a rope around his waist. And he comes and he says, yes, children, I have come to speak to you today, my children, simply because I have missed you so. I do so enjoy our opportunities and chances to speak together, he says. So thank you, Whitehawk and Tracy, for allowing me to come. He says, yes, this new role that we speak of, he says, I feel as though many of you are feeling awkward or feeling uncertain surrounding this new role. And so I just wanted to come, and I wanted to appease you. I wanted to calm you, he says, in your new role. It is not as though your new role will happen in a way or a time frame that you cannot handle, children. And no one knows this more than Tracy, he says, for we did promise her that in her new role that we would take it slow so that she could handle it as it came to her. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at that. He goes, although she does become quite impatient sometimes. And he looks at me and I go, yeah, I become impatient a lot of the times. He says, so I've come here, so Jesus continues, and he says, so I've come here to ask you to indeed walk the path of your new role, in certainty, in patience, he says, have patience, for it will take some time to unfold, he says. We are not here to become superstars overnight, he says. We are here to walk a kind path, walk a gentle path, walk a path, he says, that we are able to withstand, that we are able to stand up and guide ourselves with confidence, with insight, with knowledge of the forthcoming year that is ahead of us. So that is why I have come. Because I want you to know that we won't throw anything at you that you can't handle or that you're not ready for. We will not. And if you feel we are, simply put your hand up and say, stop, no, I cannot do this. And write it down, he says. Write it down in a journal. Write it down as to why you cannot handle it. And maybe you'll see there is a possibility that you can handle it, and you can move forward at this rate. But if not, we are open to listening to you and slowing the process down. Sometimes you have to forgive us on the other side. We often, too, want things to move at a bit of a faster rate, but for good reason, he says, for we want the goodness in life. We want the greatness in life to come, the goodness, the the wholeness in life to come, just as you do. But sometimes we forget that you are human and that you need time to rest, to forgive, to forget. So children, simply put your hand up and say, not today, or say, hey, not today. And we will listen. Unless, of course, we do not believe that you cannot handle it. Yes. That is all for today, children. He says, no homework. There's no homework for the weekend. He says, I will pass it back to my right-hand man, Whitehawk, who's been very gracious, he says, to take on the role with Tracy, to come here and speak my words and my teachings and my values to you, and so much more. And for that, I'm very grateful to have this family, he says. And he puts his arm around Whitehawk, who, when I look, is on his left side, but it could be a mirror image, and therefore he's on the right, and I'm on his right. And he says, family. He says, these are my family, for allowing me to bring my words to you here today on earth. God bless children in your new roles here today, he says. I will be watching many, if not all of you. Go in peace, little ones. And he blows you all a kiss. Honey, what is... trying to see what he does. Nothing. Jesus stands there, and Whitehawk then takes over and says, that is all. That is good, children. I cannot add any more to that. God bless. In knowing that your week ahead, he says, will be priceless. Will not be. Right, he says, your week ahead will be priceless, if not worthless, he says. But still, move ahead, children, in your new roles as we enter in to a new month of August. God bless. God bless. Thank you, Whitehawk and Jesus. Well, there you go. I didn't even know that our week ahead would, I was just talking off the cuff there about what maybe the week ahead would be, that we walk more in our new roles in the new world. And there you go. And sometimes that's how it comes. It just comes off the cuff. You don't think about it. And you're right. And you can't believe it. But that's how it works. That's how intuition works. Get out of your head. Stop, thinking so much. The thinker, right? Stop thinking. Stop thinking. Allow that energy to come forth. The inspiration to inspire comes through divine guidance without all the chatter in our brain. So let it go, peeps. Let it go. So that's our weekly reading for this upcoming week as we end July and go into August, which leads me to our topic of the week, which is our monthly reading for August. So tune in for that on Thursday. I can't wait to see what August is because July was hot and intense. So that's all for now. Subscribe, it's free. You don't have to have a YouTube account to subscribe, so subscribe, it's free. My videos come to you instead of you having to find me. Like, comment, share, keep it clean, and be kind when you comment. You do have to have a YouTube account if you like, comment, and I believe, oh no, maybe not share, not sure. Try it. But a YouTube account is as easy as Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and all that lovely stuff. So don't be afraid. So we'll see you next time. I'm Tracy for Channelers Channel. A lot to say. Channelers Channel. I'm Tracy for Channelers Channel. God bless. Have a great week ahead.